just in the habit of saying good afternoon. Anyway, good morning. And I hope that this stream finds you well. I am working on the colors for the Calgary Exclusive that will be had at the Calgary Expo here for Zenescope. And this is a cover of Robyn Hood, and they asked me to have her buy a tractor and make it farm themed. So that's what I'm working on. And I'm doing the colors in Photoshop. So you guys can see my screen here. Oops, it looks like Photoshop is overlapping a little bit. Let me move that. So I can't see what you guys are seeing, or if I get any new follow notifications. And I'll tell people this later on too when more people are around. I really appreciate the new follows. Thank you so much for doing them and for following me here. And I really hope that I don't miss anybody and being able to acknowledge my gratitude, because for sure getting a follow is a big deal, especially now when I'm really just starting my channel. And so thank you so much. I am going to be just trying to continue refining the colors. So right here, to move that over. So for anyone who's new here, I am relatively new to digital coloring. By trade in comics, I am a comic book penciler. But I've been deciding to branch out. Since summer of 2017, I've been trying to get more practice with digital colors. I'm not a colorist by any means, but I'm doing my own work. Kara, hi! How's it going, love? You've been missed. I keep going on streaming at your work hours, so it's so nice to see you here. Oh, thank you. It's the middle of the night for Kylie, so we're not getting the twin experience. Oh my god, that sounded so much dirtier than it sounded in my head. Hello, Louie. How are you? Okay, so... Yes. Hi, Gabriel. It's because, honestly, either I was going to go live now or I probably wasn't going to have time. It's a half day for my kids, and there's a bunch of running around and pickups that I need to do with them. So I just was like, I don't necessarily want to keep pushing it back, and then it reaches, 9:30 p.m. and I'm just too tired to go live because I've shifted my schedule to early morning wake-ups. Oh my god. Yeah, I know, that came out sounding so much more wrong than intended. Alright, so after the stream, I decided, with a little Dan suggestion. Dan lurks sometimes, and so his feedback was that it was too much bright color, and I agree with him. So what I've done is I've switched it. I've made Robyn Hood's shirt white, which actually helps the Zenescope logo pop out a bit more. And then the signature Robyn Hood green, I've given her bandana the green, and the little strip on her cowboy hat. Now, lurk. Hi, Dan. So, the cowboy hat is not complete. I do kind of like sketchy colors to just work out the lighting and everything, and then I start to tighten it up a little bit. So I'm in the like tightening up phase now. You like the white shirt better? Yay! That is awesome. Because I think that Dan is right in that the green, it was just a little too aggressive. And honestly, with that much red and green, it looked like a Christmas cover. Oh my god, Kara, that sounds awesome and very cryptic. I'm gonna have to bug you about what that is. My color is better too. Thank you. I got a little braver with the the white balance. Thank you. Good morning, Tom. So I'm having some trouble with my webcams, and they keep ditching the settings, and so there will be no white balance, or I don't know really what that means, but it makes it so that the entire screen is blue. So you guys have seen me a few times where I'm just all blue. This camera that I'm looking at right now. And so then it's so weird trying to fix it so that I look human, and then sometimes I go too far, not far enough, and I look really sick and dead because it's still too blue. Anyway, more first world problems. Oh, really? I'm gonna have to check, Dan. Hey, I matched the logo. Lol. I love that, Kara. That sounds amazing. Hey, Devin. All right, so these sleeves are actually long enough, but they don't have thumb holes, so I'm just kind of pulling them over my hand. Okay, and I'm kind of cheating a little bit today. As you guys know, I intermittent fast until noon. I don't have time to go down and stop for a lunch break. I don't know, sometimes I do, but I didn't have time to prepare for it today. So I have a shake, and I hate it when they sit for too long because then they separate and it gets all disgusting. So I'm eating 20 minutes early, for shame. All right, so I do have a glow on the piece. I really like this glow. I think it just pulls the whole thing together. So I do have that glow, but I need to turn it off right now while I'm working in the rest of the colors, because the color picker is a very standard part of my coloring regime. And having the yellow on top of it messes up the color I'm picking. So I'm going to turn that off for now, but the glow is there. It's just not visible at the moment. And when we left off yesterday, we were talking about putting a ring, like a colored ring around the tire. I'm still really liking that idea, and I think I might do it. She should have a mustache. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, and there was really no appropriate mustache for this. A fickle little tool, yeah. And then eventually I'm gonna need to start in on her butt. We have Devin, Gabriel, and Dan all here, so maybe we should go for the booty time now. Oh, sorry, Gabriel. Okay, talk to you later. Thank you for stopping in for a few minutes. You are awesome. Robyn Hood goatee. It's true. It should be blonde and look like the Robyn Hood goatee. I agree. The Huinator, hello! Good, Gabriel, because it's just for you. Lol. Alright, I'm gonna look. I don't think you guys can see my brush window that comes up, but I'm looking through my brushes. I'm just trying to find something textured. I need some texture for her pants, and it's not something that I've actually worked with yet. is coloring Jean digitally. I think I did one time actually, and I'm not happy with how it turned out. So I know I need to do a bit better. Oh, see you later, Kara. Thank you so much for stopping by. iPhone. Oh, wow. See, that's awesome, Devin. I don't have that brush, I don't think. So I'm just looking through everything that I have, trying to see if there's something that will work. Maybe duster? No. Hard elliptical? Actually, that kind of does work. So if I zoom in, it has a little bit of texture to it. Yeah, big time booty zoom. I'm doing great, the Huinator. Thank you. I hope you are as well. You need your off work card? Oh, thank you so much, Tom. I will more than happily sign them for you. Hello, Melvin. So I do want these to be like your typical stone-washed light jeans. So even though I'm kind of going all out on the darkening here, I'm gonna go back in with light in just a few minutes. Are you going, Tom? Of course you're going. It's so close. That's awesome. The Halloween print. Do they still have it? Yeah, we just want to give her a more painful wedgie, Anthony. It's not going to hurt enough. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Oh, well, they're so organized, I'm sure they will be able to. Something I've really got to say for the whole Coffin Comics crew. They have their shit together. Yeah, so much booty today. Yeah, Sherlock is downstairs, and I was down there quickly making my shake, and as soon as I came back upstairs, the howls begin of like, you left me alone, where are you? But he doesn't want to move. He just wants to complain. So yeah, he's downstairs somewhere. Dan's a tough sell. Plus, like you said, Tom, the iPhone cameras are just getting better and better. Like, my 6 is just worlds better than the 5, and you know, it's something that maybe we don't need that. We can just keep using a phone. Are you not feeling well still, Tom? I am so sorry. Anthony, do you have any idea how terrifying it is when Sherlock is on the back of the chair? Oh my god, it's the worst, man. He is so terrifying with those nails of his. I actually put it on my to-do list to clip his nails. He batted at Lyndon's face yesterday while Lyndon was petting him and scratched his face. I'm really not trying to have one of my kids lose an eye. Yes, Dan is right. Whenever he's like, oh, let's take a picture, I won't. I really don't like pictures being taken. Yeah. Hey, Juan! Welcome to the stream today. I'm so glad you could make it. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your comparison pics, Tom. Oops, went outside the lines. I know I sound bad. Our kids are even worse. Like, they won't let me post pictures of them, ever. Much less trying to take pictures with them is also just a giant no-go. Yes, it's a close-up booty today. Oh yeah, see, light is definitely a problem we run into. Our house is quite dark. So this is one of those times I was getting too close to the tree to see the complete forest of what needs to happen here. And it was I was getting too detailed in there. And you won't even see it. See you later, hun. Oh, okay. So a DSLR needs better lighting than an iPhone? What does RH? Oh, her name is Robyn Hood. So that's what the RH is for. Okay, then definitely a no-go on the DSLR if we need even better lighting, because we're running into so many problems just taking iPhone pictures. The iPhone XS Max. Is that like a really big phone? Because this is sounding pretty amazing. If you guys note what Dan said, he said, you know, anything to not have to buy a DSLR. Maybe a new phone. For me. Mwahaha. Sherlock, come upstairs. He's just howling like something died downstairs. Because he's been left alone. Sherlock. I'm liking the way her jeans are turning out. Still a work in progress, but it's starting to look like Jean. Yes. Oh, poor Sherlock, nothing. He's so spoiled, it's just unbelievable. He is literally like spoiled beyond spoiled. I don't know if you were here this time, Anthony, when I told this one, but Sherlock will go down to the basement, and he has to be down there, and he'll camp the door and charge in whenever any of us go down there. And And then he gets to the bottom of the stairs, which are carpeted, mind you. They're just like the ones to upstairs. And he cries and howls because he wants Lore to get out of his room and carry him upstairs. Oh, did we get a Hypno Sherlock? I missed it. Whoever just followed, thank you so much. Or if it was the picture of Hypno Sherlock, I don't know. But I definitely want to make sure that I catch people who follow, because I feel really bad that I don't acknowledge, and it's because I don't see them. No, I haven't brushed him today. I'm being a bad cat mom. Oops, okay. Don't know how I'm gonna get... Yeah, exactly. So spoiled, wants to be carried, doesn't give an F about your opinion. It's very much the cat way. But it's funny, like, cat people do seem to, like myself. Okay, I'll just speak for myself. For me, as a cat person, I find his whole I don't give two shits about you attitude just so endearing in its own weird little way that I love it, you know? Like, at first I really noticed how cats are compared to dogs, which I had most of my life, and my parents really like having a dog and stuff like that. So I'm more used to having dogs. And dogs just make you feel so loved. Cats look at you like, fuck off, you know? And at the beginning, I used to get so offended. Like, Sherlock doesn't love me and I'm so sad. And now I realize, like, his whole attitude is just so funny. Like, I love it, even though he's such an ass. Oh, really? Oh my God, Devin, that would be amazing. I need to do that. Okay, I'm gonna make a note. You're gonna be in MegaCon, Melvin? Woo, that's amazing. And thank you so much for the Detective 1000. Yay. Lady Death holding an angel head ring and standing amongst fire. I don't remember that one. Yours has that look too? Yeah, cats are just, they're a whole thing, and I find it so endearing now. I used to get kind of offended about it at first, you know, like when I'd pick up Sherlock from the vet, because he had some eye trouble when he was first born. And the dogs would just be so happy going to their master, and then Sherlock would come and be like, oh God, you again. Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick note so that it's something I can fix. Devin, thank you so much. Set Moobot to I type so much faster than I write. Set Moobot to acknowledge new follows. All right, I made a note. Thank you so much, Devin. Dan's gonna have himself a new thing to help me with. Poor Dan, he has to do all of this. So I'm kind of useless. Hello, G-Bomb. How's it going? Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit darker. Now that I've got kind of like my mid-tone highlights and shadows, I'm gonna go darker for a couple spots to really darken them up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing and go even lighter. And her jeans are not color held yet, so all the lines are black, but once I turn these lines white and then go over it and do some extra little stringy bits hanging down, I think they should look like, you know, your usual whitewashed jeans. You need to get a pet too. Settling in Atlanta and we'll make the leap soon, cat or dog. I know, that's a really tough call, especially if you do like them both. Sherlock. Sorry, you guys, I'm not actually insane. My cat is being ridiculous downstairs. I bet you anything he's sitting halfway up the stairs and complaining that he's not being carried. Oh, okay. See you later, Anthony. Thank you so much for stopping by. You are awesome. If I was gonna get a dog, and I know that this is like probably unrealistic, but I absolutely love the look of those dogs that are a mixture between a Pomeranian and a Husky. And they are the cutest little dogs ever. Yeah, he wants me to come pick him up. Love you too, Anthony. I don't know if you've seen pictures of Pomsky. There we go. Oh my God, they're so cute. They look like little fluffy husky puppies forever. It's the best. If I ever get a dog, it will be that dog. If I have to save up for 6 years for it or more, whatever. I don't know how much they cost. That is the dog I would get. 100%. I don't think that Dan's really trying to have any more animals in the house, though. Did you just look them up? Right? They're so cute. And some of them even get the husky blue eyes. They're $2,000. Honestly, that's really not so bad, considering how amazingly cool looking they are. I don't know if they have like genetic physical issues or anything like that, which is something I actually looked into when buying Sherlock, because you know certain breeds do have problems, but thankfully Sherlock's breed doesn't really have any problems. I just need to keep him from getting too fat because all he wants is food. Your wife wanted one? Oh my God. Oh, you did, G-Bomb? I know, aren't they just the cutest? And like, my parents had an Alaskan Malamute. Sadly, she died a few years ago, but they had an Alaskan Malamute. And it looks a lot like a Husky, but just have the Husky grow a few sizes and become way stockier built, because they're the actual sled dogs, you know? So my parents had an Alaskan Malamute. The thing weighed 110 pounds, I think, once she was full grown. And when it was a puppy, I mean, it was just a little foofball of fur and chubbiness. And when they run, they kind of looked like, you know, the slinky dog where the butt kind of goes to the side whenever they take an extra. Oh my God, it's so cute. See you, Anthony. Oh, cool, Tom. Well, yeah, see what Brian says. Anyway, long story short, Melvin, if you're gonna get a dog, may I suggest that one? Have any of you guys seen the movie with, it's Stanley Tucci and Oliver Platt? It's the, what was it called? Okay, it's with Stanley Tucci and Oliver Platt, and it's about these two, like, starving actors that stow away on a boat. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but oh my, it's called The Imposters, I think. Oh my God, that movie is so funny, in my opinion. And there's just some lines, I think Dan and I saw it for the first time, like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something like that, but some of the lines are just too good to not reuse constantly. I'm gonna spend a while on these shorts. They are kind of the main attraction of this cover. I don't think anybody really cares about a tractor, but booty shorts, I think so. Yeah, I don't even know where you'd be able to find one. I don't know where a breeder might be. I don't know if you have to special order them from Japan. I mean, who knows? But God, they're cute. Yeah. Yep. No, I got you, Melvin. It's awesome. Oh, good one, G-Bomb. I literally, like, I'm so gullible, and I was about to explain to you that there's a tractor, and, you know, it's right over here, and then I realized, no, obviously you're joking. Oh, I can be so dense sometimes. I think I need to stop while I'm ahead and not go too far on her jeans. The only thing I would say is from looking at it from a distance, I put too many wrinkles on the side of the jeans right here. So I'm gonna leave the two at the bottom. At the one at the top, I'm gonna like de-accentuate it. I'm gonna just make it normal color, might even just darken that up. Oh, that is so awesome, Devin. Well done. Okay, now I'm gonna lighten it up. So I've been using a really kind of light grayish blue for all the white parts on her shorts. Now I'm gonna go even lighter and start bringing in some white fraying along the edges, because no matter how dark the jeans are, the fraying is always white, pretty much. There's a tractor in the image, right? Oh, you guys are funny. As I was saying, case in point, nobody cares about the tractor. It's just there. And it'll really tie the room together when her actual lines of her shorts are white. I think that will make a big difference to all of this looking right. Because right now, putting white right up against some black lines, it doesn't really look like it's making any kind of difference or helping with the illusion of fraying. But I'm hoping that once I start turning some of these lines their proper color, it'll work. And I know, there's like little stringies hanging down on her butt. I think that that would happen. Oh my god, it kind of looks like jean shorts. Hee! Oh, thank you so much, G-Bomb. I really went back and forth about that and like, should I make it look like a really old tractor, like an old model, or should I go newer? And I decided to go newer mostly because of the height. I'm figuring here in Calgary, I have no idea, but I'm guessing the tractors have a roof to them because it's so freaking cold here. Oh, you like that I didn't make it dirty? Yay! So many people were telling me to dirty it up yesterday. But I do think that in the end, I'm gonna see about putting some texture onto the tractor. Like, I don't know. Maybe get a slightly textured brush and put a little bit of texture onto it. Not dirt. It'll still be red. It'll be the exact same color, but like maybe not completely polished smooth. The reason why I keep going back and forth on that is because I'm really making this look like a brand spanking new trailer, and any trailer that I've looked at for reference is smooth AF, so I'm not entirely sure. Thank you, Tom. All right, since we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and do the color holds because I like having that done. And I'm gonna stick with, I'm just testing my theory. I'm still using this textured brush for the jeans, and I just want to see how it looks. If it's not like a perfectly clean, smooth cover of the lines, but it has like little graininess to it because of this sort of grainy brush, if it'll look better. So right now I'm just kind of experimenting and we'll see how it goes. So I'm making these lines fully white. Just white, white. Hey, Arrow, Craig, Symbiote, hello. Yes, it's just the booty in face today. Yes, jeans are generally white where they rip because there's the main threading inside of a jean is these white strips, right? So when you do the when it starts to fray apart, the main thing that's holding it all together is white. Even if the jeans are a darker shade. Like an indigo pair of jeans, for instance, the tears are always white. Oh, thank you. Oh, that would be cool, Tom. Now, maybe white is too much, and I'll drop it back to a slightly grayish blue or something on the strings. But for now, I'm just testing it out. Let's see how it goes. Oops, I colored some of her butt. Damn it. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna darken the rest of her jeans, and that's gonna be in a darker blue, kind of like an indigo, basically. Hard elliptical. I'm just writing down what brush I was using. Hard elliptical 46. Oh, I want to see. Oh my God. So you're the baby, Devin? Oh my God, and thank you so much for the how-to, Devin. I just saw it. Thank you so much. Wow, you're a very cute baby. You look like a really happy baby, which is great. So the reason why I wrote down what brush I was using is because now I'm changing the color of the jeans, and in order to do that, I wanted a different brush. The other one wasn't quite working. So I'm honestly changing the line so minimally, you may not even be able to tell a difference. So it's just a really dark navy blue. But as you guys can see, the texture is really, really pixelated. But I think it's pretty perfect because when you're seeing it zoomed out, it looks like a texture for the pants. So the only thing I'm doing right now is I'm working in a layer that is attached to the line art. So the only places where my coloring is showing up is in places where the line art is. See you later, Melvin. Have a good one. Hello, the Red Gamer. G-Bomb, that is awesome. I can't wait to see you there. That is so great. I'm so looking forward to the show. It's going to be so much fun. All right, so I'm just trying to get that to trail off a little bit there on the edges. And on this side, it's good. Okay, I'm happy with it so far. I'm gonna save that. G-Bomb, do you go to Emerald City every year? All right, I promise I won't slurp in your guys' ear. That would be so nasty. Yay, thank you, the Huinator. Once I see them colored, I realized how very short they are. They're kind of more like a thick belt. No, I hear you. I kind of go a little bit nutty at some shows too. I think that her shorts are fine for now. The white is still on probation. I haven't decided for sure if I'm gonna leave it that bright white. Especially on parts where it would be in more shadow, it shouldn't be so white. Oh damn. I'm darkening the white a little bit in places where I feel that it would be in shadow. And still what I'm doing is only affecting the line art, not the colors themselves. That looks a bit more realistic. Chances are I'm overthinking it all and you guys are looking at what I'm doing and being like, what the hell is she even changing? She's a crazy person. It's fine. I've heard it before. No surprises here. All right. Ugh, I've lost my mouse again. Perfect. Yes, their Deadpool sticks in my hair. I don't know if you could see them, but yeah, they're katanas. Oh, are they the Deadpool sticks? So you know which ones they are. Yes, they are. Levi, I feel like it's been a while since I've managed to see you on a stream. Am I wrong? Thank you so much for stopping in. Yes, this is a butt-centric cover. It has been long. Okay, I thought so. It would be so bad if I'm like, I haven't seen you in forever, and then you're like, I was just on stream talking to you yesterday, you giant crazy person. All right, I'm glad, because otherwise, yeah, that would have been bad. You can't watch the stream on a big screen? Okay, now, because I've done all of her coloring. Oh, Cesar, hello! I did the coloring of her shorts with a specific brush. And when I go in and try to darken or lighten, I think that the brush texture is set to a pattern. So the dots cover the other dots. If I have dark there and I want to change and do some light, it doesn't add light, it replaces the dark with light only. I can't smoosh around. So it was a little tricky to get the texture where I wanted it. But now what I'm gonna do, and a lot of people say don't do this. So in general, I only use this when I really need it for certain things, because using the dodge and burn tools are not the best way to get a really good looking color. Right now, I just need to darken a couple little spots, so I'm gonna use it. I'm using the burn tool, and I'll show you guys what that does. There isn't, there isn't a booty short brush. I wish. The brush I used on her booty shorts. Okay, so what I wanna do is just darken up a few spots, highlight some others, because what's happening when I zoom out, and you might notice this too. Okay, so I've zoomed out. Her butt doesn't look like, her shorts don't look like they're rounding over her butt anymore. They look like a flat belt that's sitting on top of it, because it's lacking the shading and highlighting to make it look round, right? If you commissioned to create a self-portrait of myself wearing cosplay of the character you were drawing. Oh, interesting question. I don't know. I really like drawing Harley Quinn, but I certainly don't look like a Harley Quinn. I have no idea, because I don't cosplay, so I don't really think about it. Okay, so there I darkened her shorts. Now I'm gonna actually use the dodge tool, which is the lighten. And I'm gonna lighten up a few spots. And I just have it on my really soft brush. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna retain all the texture of the brush that I had, but also bring in, it's just gonna make the lights lighter and the darks darker. Oh, hell no. There is no way ever that I would wear that. I have mad respect for the comic girls, and as you guys can see, I have zero qualms drawing short little shorts and all that kind of stuff, but there is no way in hell I would be caught dead wearing it myself. Just no. I wear yoga pants. And I change whatever shirt or sweater I happen to be wearing, but you know, pretty much exclusively I rock the yoga pants. I don't. I know a lot of people say that my work looks like me, and if so, it's an accidental occupational hazard. And I hear a lot of artists, even male artists, getting told that their female characters look like them. So I don't know what it is and what gives that vibe to the viewer of an artist's work, that it resembles them somehow. I really believe, because in my case, it's 100% not intentional. It's not exactly the most favorite thing to be told. Oh, your art looks like you. I can't say I love it. Oh, but I hear it. For a little while, I used to grumble like, oh my God, nobody else gets told that their art looks like them. It's just me. And then I was standing next to, at a show, a couple male artists who I really respect, and they were getting told it as well. And I was like, okay, it's just something that happens in art. It could even be that it doesn't resemble the artist at all, but the viewer gets the vibe of whatever the artist puts out, you know, and that vibe comes through on their work. So it could have nothing at all resembling the artist, but it's just the impression that is given to the viewer, you know. It's all about, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Art and the feeling it gives you is also in the soul and mind and eye of the viewer. So, you know, it's such a complicated thing to get into, and it boils down to the comment of your art looks like you. But I think it's more than that in a lot of ways. And it's like mixed up with many different thoughts and feelings for the artist, for the viewer, for a fan, for a hater. I mean, you know, there's so many different people. Yeah, you naturally see similarities. All right. I think that really, really helped to give her shorts a bit more depth and curvature. Oh, thank you, Levi. So much love to you. That is so awesome of you to say. But it's also on me, you know. I'm on a personal journey to not take it personally. It's part of my journey this year to not get all like my art. I'm not drawing myself. Okay. Her legs need some work, so let's work on her legs now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the RH. I might just leave it dark. I need to carry on the roof or ceiling, I guess it would be, of the tractor behind her head. And I forgot to put that line in there. So that's my bad. But I need to fix the flats right there. And there's lots to do. But for now, I'm just going to work on her legs. And maybe her belt. I'm thinking to go brown with all the little extras. So her boots, her belt, her hat, her gloves, all of those things will all be kind of the same tone of regular leather. Because Because again, I'm not trying to make her so colorful. And I think for her character, everything would be pretty like raw oiled leather or whatever it's called. Plain leather, like not dyed. So actually, instead of working on her legs first, I'm going to get her belt done. That's interesting. Oops. Okay, so I hit Shift F5 and that fills something with color. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened. I probably mucked about with something in the flats to make that happen. But thankfully it was an easy fix. So there we go. The belt is a little bit dark, but considering that this part is more in shadow, it kind of makes sense. And I want to make the center of her glowing eye more white so that it really has that pop of glow. Oh, that's interesting, Catman 2. That's a great idea. I didn't think about that. Thank you so much for hanging out, G-Bomb. You are awesome, and that is a great idea with the arrow in her belt. I'll see if I can add that in. I'll see you in Seattle. Yay! I think it's like 2 weeks to go or something. Yay! Yeah, for sure, Catman. I just hadn't even thought of that. There's so many different ways that you can accomplish the same thing in Photoshop. And, you know, hearing suggestions and ideas of what would be a different way to do it, or maybe a safer way just in case I didn't like what I did, it's really great. And for anyone that's on here, I do have a tutorial that I will be studying after the stream on how I can actually be notified in the sidebar that someone has followed. But if we get any new follows, if anyone feels like welcoming the person or using it as a roundabout way to give me a heads up, I would really appreciate it, because I can't see when a new person follows. But I really appreciate the follows. Oh, you're a Procreate person. See, I don't know much about Procreate. I find that to be an extremely tricky program, just because I haven't really worked on it very much at all. I guess they're the same color. I'm so happy you're excited, Louie. That's awesome. Oh, see you later, Cesar. Thank you for stopping in. So I'm just refining her skin and trying to get it in the right place where I think that the light is working.
Take a look around yourself and tell me what you see. It's too late to take it back now, you're in too deep. Take a
So I added a bit of a bright highlight right here at the top of her thigh because I felt like it looked a little bit odd that her stomach was so brightly highlighted and then there was nothing here. So I'm making it so that this whole section up to about the very top of her thigh is catching the light because I'm making it kind of coming down like this, a little bit over the tractor.
Take a look in the mirror now and tell me who you see. Do you think it's worth it now? Are you who you want to be? Take a look at everyone whose legs you cut to stand above, and I guarantee you'll find no one who'd ever love you except
There, and that makes the shorts look like they're coming off her her leg a little bit, just having that extra bit of shadow there. Sometimes those little adjustments are like barely visible or detectable, but it makes a difference in making it look real. And the whole thing you're trying to do is not necessarily make it look real, but make it believable. So I'm putting in a little bit of that, it's like a super grayish purple, into her shirt in a few places. Because it just gives it that illusion of warmth, which we have going on throughout the whole piece. This is a very warm piece. And I think the flat gray wasn't doing us any favors as far as that goes. No, yay, thank you, Catman. My son is writing a comic book called Catman. Granted, he's 8, but it's fun saying Catman. There we go. So I warmed up the shirt a little bit, and now it looks like it's in the same environment as the rest. And soon I want to put the ring on the tire. I need to work on the lights up here. I don't think I'm going to have them on. They're just going to be pieces of like the plastic shield over a light. And then I need to do the bull head. Oh, that's great, Catman. No, it's an actual cat that, you know, fights crime, and it's very heavily Roblox inspired, which is the computer game my son is super into right now. I don't know if you've heard of Minecraft, but it's kind of like Minecraft. That was your second guess. That's awesome. I'm going to turn off the glow for a minute and work on her scarf and the little string in her hat. I'm taking the hardness of the brush that I'm working on way, way up so that it's a little bit more of a sharp brush. Because I feel like sharp shadows in here is definitely what would be happening. Hello, Adam. Thank you. All right, there we go. So her little bandana is done. And now I'll start working on her hat. Because I just did a basic sketch of the shadows and highlights, and it's not cleanly done at all. So now I'll go in and actually refine the leather on her hat. And I have half an hour to go. Oh, hey Craig. How are you doing? So I'm adjusting the hardness and softness of the brush to get it where I want it to be. So sometimes I want it to be a little bit sharper so that I can get some good sharp dark shadows or light highlights, and then at other points I want it to actually be soft for more softer shadows and highlights. And so I'm alternating between that. And I know you guys can't see when I do the little brush pop-up window, but that's what I'm doing, is I'm just picking how soft or hard I want the brush to be. Oh no, that's awful, Craig. I'm so sorry. Now I did have these highlights in my first version, but they weren't thin and sharp enough, so it didn't look like it was really catching the light the way I wanted it to, and it was making her hat look really, really fat. And you know, a hat is generally like about that thin, so I'm just taking those things down to make it look like the appropriate thickness of material for her hat. Okay, I'm turning on the highlight again. Okay, still working through the hat. Okay, I need to turn that off. Hey, River Dragon, how's it going? And just a teeny reminder for anyone that is here on my stream, I have a print of the month, and it's only available for this 1 month. And the countdown has started for us to switch out to a new print for next month. So the print of the month this month on my website, which is dawnmcteigue.com, is Magic. And she's only available for a few more days. So if you haven't gotten one and you were planning to, definitely get it, because once she's gone, we don't bring them back. At least not, I mean, there's no promises. So definitely go snag it if you want to. And for anyone who's wanted to support me, I don't have the subscribe available here, but I do have an email list. And that's where you can get on and hear about news that I'm doing, the way things go in the basic life of being a comic book artist and a freelance artist. So I give details into work projects, how the projects go, how I get the jobs, all that kind of stuff is things that I touch on in my weekly email. And then also the people on my email list are the ones to get first dibs for commissions, show sketches, all of that stuff is handled through my email list. So if you're interested, that is the place to sign up for to get any of the info about all of the things I just said. Also, we do secret products and secret sales for the email lists that are just limited edition items. And so those are all handled via my email. And I know you have to subscribe, or you're probably subscribed to many different things. So of course I really appreciate anyone who subscribes to my email list. It really means a lot. There's so many companies and people vying for your time and attention. So any that you spend on me, I really appreciate. That's true, Levi. So that's where it's at right now. And I'm still not sure about her nose and if I'm gonna adjust some of the highlights. I think that right now my opinion is that yes, I will. I'm gonna make some adjustments on it just so that it doesn't look kind of, how they do sometimes where like boaters or people like that are out in the sun for a long time will put a big triangle of white sunscreen on their noses. I don't want to do that to her, and I don't want it to look like that's what she's doing, or at least giving the impression of such. So I'm probably going to make some more adjustments to her face. Yeah, I agree with you, Catman. It kind of is. Farming is definitely way more of a Saskatchewan thing. But, oh well. Are you from Canada, Catman, if you don't mind my asking? Oh, you didn't see the hockey sticks? Northernish Alberta. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to make a couple adjustments to the flats. Well, that's weird. Okay, so I'm just changing to the pencil tool. And I'm lightening my line art so I can see where everything stops. Okay, so this would need to start right about there. Oh my goodness, about 150. And that's still northern-ish. That's not like way beyond. Oh my God. Alberta really goes on forever, doesn't it? Oh, wow. So when you mean 5 to the US, you mean to Alaska, yes? It kind of does, Tom. There we go. So I've got the back of the tractor in now, and things are starting to look a little bit more in their proper place. Seriously, it's only 5 to the US. I thought that the US was like 3 hours from Calgary. That's funny, Levi. Whoa, wrong layer. Metric hours. Oh my God. I'm so glad that the hours are not something all messed up as well. Well, I would not be the one to know, Catman. I was asking you, not trying to correct you in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how far Calgary is from the US border. Also, when you keep the Canadian highway speed limits, it's always a little slow. Everything is. All right, I think I'm gonna work on her gloves now and try to make sure that she's ready. For starters, though, I just remembered that I want to take care of this. I want to give it a bit more of a white hot center in her eye. I'm hoping will create a bit more glow. Yes, that looks much better. So this was before, this is after. I'll zoom in a bit. Okay, so this is before I put the white in and after I put the white in. And then this is without the glow and with the glow and eye shine. Oh, it's 3 hours and 10 minutes, Calgary to the border. Interesting. Oh God, Alberta just goes on forever. And I think what I'm gonna do is on this this whole section right here of the flag, I'm gonna write Calgary right there. Because usually I'm gonna create a new layer just so I can show you guys. So I'm gonna write, I think. Oops. Alright. Starting over. Let's try again. Put some squiggly shit somewhere. Alright, if I do something like that, then there's the Z for Zenescope. There's usually the Zenescope information logo right there. And then down at the bottom, I don't know where they'll put it. Somewhere they have like Zenescope Exclusive, limited to, you know, however much they're going to limit it to. And they put that down at the bottom. So it's kind of a little bit like that. So I'm thinking, I didn't write Calgary on the flag because I really was on the fence as to whether I was going to do anything in that on that flag. The more I think about it, I think it would work and look nicely to have a Calgary there. The catch is that these are, like, the cut lines on this cover are probably somewhere like this, which means that part of the Calgary is going to get cut. So these blue lines that I'm putting are kind of, let me see, this is where it's going to actually get cut off. Probably more like that. So the Calgary will just fit in. And part of like the Z for Zenescope will make it maybe. And I was aware of that, but none of this stuff was important things that I needed to have in the cover. Now granted, I could rotate that Calgary a little bit so that it fits in the like safety area of the cover. But, you know, there's a chance it won't. So that's kind of why I've been a little bit on the fence about it. So I'm aware that part of the hockey stick is going to get cut off. That's fine. It wasn't, you know, it's not an important part of the cover. The things that I want to make sure remain in the cover are Robyn Hood as a whole and, you know, enough of the tractor that you can tell what it is. So, that's kind of how it's gonna look. If you can see those blue lines, that's where the cover is actually cut. And that's how in printing, they can make something look like it's a full bleed. That means it goes all the way to the edges. Because the printer needs to have the roller that moves the paper along, and that it needs that space on the edges. Or for some reason, they never print all the way to the edge. They just print and cut off the excess paper. So in comics, when you're drawing, you always have to draw extra so that they can cut off they can cut off the excess and make it a full bleed where the cover art goes from corner to corner and edge to edge. So all that to say, I'm thinking about writing Calgary up there. It's a risky one, and it might bother people if half the words are cut off because, you know, things shift. They're printing, I don't know how many at a time, but a lot. And, you know, not each book is checked to make sure the paper didn't shift a tiny bit and half the word got cut off. So you have to really play it safe in the art. All right, so I'm going to delete that layer because I don't really know if that's what I'm planning to do, but it's just some thoughts I'm having. And I'm going to hide those bars. For starters, I would very much like the edges and the tips of the horns to start going dark brown.
That's great. But if not, that's great too.
I looked at some bull skull pictures and I found some that it starts to fade from light to dark to the tips. And I really liked that look. So right now I'm just putting the sketch of the color down. Yeah, it's very true. I would imagine that it would be, Tom. That's kind of why I was thinking to leave it alone and not do such a bright, glowy effect on the headlights. I just put those ones there so that the tractor had some lights. Now, obviously, the bull horns are covering them anyway, but, you know, I'm not really trying to be realistic. Yeah, exactly. Good memory, Levi. I haven't talked about statue butts in a long time. Well done. All right, so that's just the rough of the bull horns and everything like that. Technically, I don't think that they'd be as shiny as I'm making them look here, but it's just because I'm using a hard brush and sketching them out. I'm probably gonna keep the tape, the hockey tape, pretty basic. Maybe just leave it like a gray like that. I know that they have hockey tape. Do they have hockey tape in multiple colors? Usually it's either black or gray or white, right? Or white that's gone extremely dirty. And then wood for the actual hockey stick. All colors. Okay, thank you, Catman. Well, then I'm probably going to keep them pretty basic so that they're not competing with her. Not dirty, well loved. Nice, good one. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with gray. Thank you, Robert. How's it going? It's going. I'm doing good. Oh, is my tape going too high? I can take it down a bit. My bad. I've never played hockey. You know what, Tom? I made a mistake. When I wrote you guys on the email, I said that there were 2 versions. I went back and checked my notes, and there's only 1 version. So this is the only one. Oh, normally just the blade. Oops. I better fix that because I'm sure I'll get corrected for it all the time at the Calgary Expo. Be like, Dawn, such a shame to Canadians. I'll fix it. So literally just down at the bottom, it doesn't wrap it doesn't turn the corner. Tom, the thing that's nice about doing that there's only a single version of the cover is that I can do a butt shot, or I can do poses that are they're not things I can generally access or use because I need to have it so that it works as a risque cover too. Risque covers usually involve boobage, and as such I can only do front-facing poses, or if I'm really pushing it, I can do a side profile shot like I did with the Kiss My Ass cover. But for the most part, I have to keep them pretty straight on. So this helps me be able to change up my posing, which I'm always trying to work on. Oh, hello, Central Park. I know, Robert, I'm so excited. I can't wait as well. We checked the mailbox yesterday and it wasn't here yet, but I'll keep you posted for sure. Ah, thank you, Catman. I feel very ashamed that I did it wrong. What a fail. Good catch, though. I really appreciate it. Oh, whoops, and I've gone overtime already. But since you guys are here, what I'll do is I'm gonna really fast fix the line art here. So let's just erase this. And it's super handy that I can take care of this. And then I'll just fix it in the flats. Good catch, Catman. Thank you so much. Kind of saved my butt. Maybe that'll help people recognize that it's a hockey stick a little bit better too. Oh, thanks, Tom. All right, so I'm gonna do my little wrap-up chitty chat because I need to go pick up my kids from school. Well, one of the three. So I'm gonna need to head out. But honestly, guys, it's been so much fun hanging out with you. I really appreciate the time you've taken to be here with me. To anyone new who's just followed me here and is lurking, lurk, I lurk too. No judgment. I just wanted to thank you so much for joining me here on Twitch and for following me. Thank you. I appreciate it a ton. I'm sorry that I didn't get to give you a personalized shout out. I'm going to work on fixing my whole situation so I can see that you followed me. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my email list. The link is right below. And of course, it's free to sign up to my email list, and I really appreciate new subscribers. So thank you so much for the follows and the subscribes. And to anyone else, just a giant heads up about the magic print. She's going to be heading off the website very soon. So if you want one, snag one. I'll fix the proportions of the tape shortly because they're kind of angled in an incorrect way for perspective, but I'll fix that next time because I am 5 minutes over time. I need to go. I don't want to be late to pick up my kiddos. So thank you all so much for being here. I will do a raid on the weekend because I have to run, so I can't really hang out for a raid. But thank you so much for hanging out. My goal is to finish up and do the last little touch-ups today and submit it to Zenescope. So thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate all the suggestions. Good catch, Catman, on the tape. Thank you guys. You rock so hard. And I hope you have a wonderful Friday evening and a great weekend. If you have time, I'll see you on Sundays. And don't forget to subscribe to my email list. Lots of love to you. I'll catch you later. Bye.